The title of tonight's event, Yes and More, and yes, is a permutation of the Implied Violence exhibition that occurred at the Fry in 2010, which was entitled Implied Violence, Yes and More, and yes, and why. Driven by boredom and disgust of theater, Implied Violence created plays that are not plays, rooted in internal logic that may or may not be understood by the audience. Ivy has morphed into the collective Saint Genet, whose four-part Transports of Delirium performed last summer is still causing debate and discussion 6 months later. Implied Violence has enjoyed a residency at Watermill and have performed at such prestigious locations as the Guggenheim Museum in New York and the Donau Festival in Vienna. Ladies and gentlemen, the founder and artistic director of Implied Violence and Saint Genet, Ryan Mitchell.
Thank you. I feel a touch unprepared. Tonight I was going to wow the audience by having Lily bring in 24 chickens from Implied Violence's 2008 performance of Barley Girl, while Casey made it snow inside this house, and Anna then in turn released 33 feral dogs, all while Kate was singing an opera, and I was just like meandering through words and text that actually meant nothing to me. But that would have been actually more about me and how much I can have a million ideas that kind of are worth everything and nothing, and actually I'm here to thank Robin. So I wanted to say this. I don't have any family except for my brother and one grandmother, and often a lot of the work that I made as a youth was unstoppable, in that I would not let anyone stop me ever at any cost. And Robin let me do something, which was to meet someone that would be a shelter to you. I've never once thought about anything Robin has worn ever. Never once. I've never thought about it. But I guess as a metaphor, these things that she's worn has provided a safe shelter for me and many artists that I know to create something that they could have never even imagined that they could make in a city that often feels difficult at best. Robin has let my imagination run amok over and over and over again. She has trusted me to not even know where I'm going and how my little story is going to end. And she shielded me from God knows how much bureaucratic difficulty and discussion, and let things that existed in my brain just exist in real life. So for that, thank you. And as Drake would say, you the fucking best.